Well, welcome back. In 1965...
As good as it coming live from a Jeannie's bottle.
Barbara Eden blinked her way into TV history with the first episode of I Dream of Jeannie. It's one of the most beloved shows in TV history. Following the life of a 2,000-year-old Jeannie.
You're older than you look.
And her master, Captain Tony Nelson.
A Jeannie? Yes. Oh, a girl Jeannie.
A girl Jeannie?
Ooh, thou must relax.
Wait, now stop. Jeannie, put me down.
I wish I had a swimming pool on my patio.
Is that your mother again, Master?
It captured the hearts of a generation.
Stay out of drafts, marry a nice girl.
I am a nice girl, Master.
I'm the only astronaut in the program that needs a seeing eye dog.
Oh, would you like to have a seeing eye?
No!
And created one of our greatest pop icons.
You're all dressed up. I am ready.
Well, 5 decades and countless roles later, Barbara Eden is still Jeannie to so many of us, including Georgie and myself. And we're glad to say she joins us live now from Los Angeles, Hollywood. Hello, Barbara. Lovely to see you.
Hello. Good to see you.
We're so thrilled to be coming to you from our Jeannie bottle here in Australia this morning. You've had such a great career. Does it feel like yesterday?
It does. It does. Yes, it does feel like yesterday.
What did you love so much about it?
Well, first of all, the show itself, Sidney Sheldon, who conceived it, made sure that it was a happy show. And then we had such great cast. Every single one was a fine actor, and we enjoyed doing our work.
The chemistry you had with Larry Hagman was just something else, and the comedic timing, it was just magic to watch. Did it feel that way to film?
Well, thank you. I'm glad you felt it. Larry and I have often said that it was a rare thing. Actors always want to find that one person who's on the same wavelength with them, you know? And in our case, we were lucky. The two of us were on the same wavelength. Yes.
I just thought it was a great concept that was so well executed, even at the time. It would have been tricky production-wise, wouldn't it?
Well, at the time, of course, we did everything physically.
Yeah.
All the magic and things. So it was. It took a while to shoot, and a little bit of physical dexterity.
Which isn't always easy, particularly in that costume. And I was reading somewhere that that there was a little bit of controversy about that costume, Barbara. Tell us about that.
Well,
it was deemed a bit racy, wasn't it?
Just say it. It was my belly button, okay?
Yeah.
Mike Conley, who was had a wonderful article in the Hollywood Reporter, would come down on the set and he'd say, "I don't believe you have one." And I'd say, "Nickel a peak." You know, it was cheap then. And he started writing about it, and then people picked up on it, the stringers across the country. And all of a sudden, George Slaughter, who was producing Laugh-In, wanted to premiere my navel on Laugh-In. Well, then NBC discovered I had a belly button.
Fancy
Imagine that, yeah.
And they didn't even think about it before. Oh, my goodness.
Do you know the thing is, too, I mean, I guess sometimes history has a way of judging the role of women in some of these particular shows fairly harshly, given the times it was what it was, and the fact that you called Larry Master and all that. But I do recall it being quite a strong female role as well.
Well, it's sort of silly to nag about her calling him Master because she was a genie. She wasn't human.
Yeah.
People forget that she wasn't human. And that was really, for me, the comedy part of the show, because he knew she wasn't human. She didn't believe it. You know?
Yeah. Barbara, of course, Jeannie wasn't your only role. You've starred in many films as well, and amongst the stars you've worked alongside is Elvis Presley. Tell us a little bit about how that was.
Oh, he's a lovely man. He was wonderful, very sincere, wanted to do a good job and did it. It was his only movie that he had no song. He didn't sing in it. He was playing a half-breed and he died. And so you can imagine his fans didn't like that.
Also, I read that you had some big admirers. JFK allegedly once slipped you his phone number. Gee whiz, wouldn't be a surprise though, would it?
Well, that was kind of that was quick, and I didn't even know it happened. So yes, there was a phone number in my. I was in JFK. It's called JFK now.
Yeah.
In the airport, and I was at the candy counter. You can usually find me at the candy counter, actually. And this man came over to me and said, "Would you like to meet the Senator Kennedy?" And I said, "I don't know." And I was looking for my handlers from Fox. I was there for a Fox movie. And I said, what's going on? What's going on? They said, "Well, Senator Kennedy would like to meet you. Come to see this." We went in a little room, and this gentleman, who I cannot remember his name, but he said, "I'd like you to meet the next president of the United States." And I said, "Hello," and he said, "Hello," and that was that, I thought.
Wow.
And then I realized he'd slipped something in my pocket, and he said, "Please call me," the phone number.
And
it wasn't about policy.
Oh, no. Listen, I was so wet behind the ears, I didn't even know what was happening. It didn't matter.
Good on you, Barbara. Look, it's so lovely to catch up with you. It's as Georgie said before we started, this really takes us back to our childhood.
Yeah.
And so few things do these days have the same feeling and heart that series did. So thank you for the contribution you've made to us all.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
No, pleasure.
absolute joy to meet you.
Isn't
Thank
it?
you, Barbara.
I wish we had more